Alright guys, it is another Friday morning, and it was quite the eventful one for me. I went golfing with the mayor, I went parachuting with the whatever of France, and I went paradubering with the guy who runs Dubai. I'm just kidding, I actually just got up. But the point is, we are back on the KADOKAWA channel on YouTube, and it looks like 7 hours ago, from the looks of it, we have another episodic trailer for a couple of Cuckoos Season 2 that spans 43 seconds long. This one is number 4, which means it is for episode 4, and if you remember in one of the previous videos that we just did, we went through this one right here, which was for episode 3, which means on Tuesday, this upcoming week, this episode right here is going to drop, and from the looks of the thumbnail, I think I know what this is going to cover. So let's get into this video, but before we do, if you are new here, just consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us on out into that YouTube algorithm. So let's go on ahead and click this up, and we'll see what's going on and give a reaction to it, and also talk about it and break it all down. So here we go. Let's leave a like, support a couple of Cuckoos, and we got the comments over here, and as well as the description. Who would have guessed? Not me. But with that in mind, let's full screen this bad boy going on here, and it looks like right here on that first frame we do have some sort of flyer, and I think I do know what this is referencing. Probably the KADOKAWA Cultural Festival. So this is going to be pretty cool. So this is what's going to be episode 4 of season 2. So let's see what it's going to dabble in and cover. Alright, let's do this. And play. There's I in her yukata. Oh, the fateful meeting of Hiro and I. Oh, this is gonna happen? In episode 4? Oh my god. Those of you guys who don't know what's happening, you're gonna get mind blown. I'm excited to see episode 4. Oh, it's a competition! Whoa. Oh, that is a killer shot right there of I. I don't know why, but she always gets these killer shots. So, that was pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to this episode because, well, I do love the contents of this episode, right? But when it comes to episode 5 and 6, those are gonna start to begin to cover my absolute favorite arc within the whole franchise. So I'm very excited to see that. And by the way guys, everything after this part of the video is going to be spoiler heavy, where we're going to dive on into these whole 42 seconds right here and break it all down with context and all that kind of stuff. So if you'd rather go into season 2 or season 2 episode 4 right here blind, I recommend you click off this video as soon as you possibly can. So with that in mind, let's go on ahead and check it on out. So here we go. We got a flyer over here, and I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Obviously I can't read all this, but this may be... No, hold up. No, it can't be. I was gonna say it might be the pamphlet. If you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. The pamphlet. But actually, this is way too early for that. That is after the Yukon arc. So, I think this is actually a flyer for the KADOKAWA festival, if I am to assume correctly right here. Actually, it has to be. Look at the streamers down here with the lanterns right next to Subashi down there. So, I believe this is probably from Foul 74. Something like that. We got the watermelon, which I believe is also from Foul 74. So this part's gonna be really funny for those Hiro Sagawa fans. The watermelon is going to be quite significant and really funny, so I hope you all enjoy that. This right here is from Foul 75, and from what I recall, I think this is pressuring Erika and Sachi to participate in the cosplay competition, if I recall. And it's really funny to finally see this in color and adapted. And obviously, as we know, it kind of ends off with this right here, which is also about the cosplay competition, which we did see at the very ending of trailer number 2. So that's pretty funny. What else do we have? This right here, I believe this is from Foul 75 or 76. Featuring Ai, and this is her kimono right here, looking absolutely stylish. But likewise, over here, she is literally staring down Hiro with smiles on their faces. And for those of you who do not know, these are all completely fake smiles. Fake smiles and all that kind of stuff. So that's gonna be really funny right here. And then we have over here, it looks like we have Ai inside the Ami Umi house. It's not clear enough to say, but I think this is from Foul 72 from the looks of it, because we got Ai in the Ami Umi house, and she hasn't been in the Ami Umi house since I think like Foul 63, 62, somewhere around there. So I think this is her grand return once again to the Ami Umi house in Foul 72. And I'm really gonna enjoy this part here. And then, oh my goodness, I'm glad they did not show this part right here, because I think I'm gonna get blown away when I see this in the actual episode 4. This, I believe, is from Foul 73. Again, guys, you know, spoilers. Spoilers. This right here is Ai confessing her love to Nagi for the first time, and I'm very excited to see this, especially Nagi's reaction to it. It's gonna be super freaking cool. This is also from Foul 73, but more importantly, Nagi is going to come crumbling to the floor, like chest on ground sort of things, knees on ground, chest on ground, getting up, holding his chest and like scrunching his shirts area. So like that's gonna, I'm really excited to see what that's gonna look like in adaptation form, especially the initial sprint. That's gonna be really cool. So it looks like over here, I believe this is also from either Foul 72 or 73. This is during the game of darts, which trailer number 2 did kind of showcase a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. So these scenes right here are inside the wherever the establishment they're playing the dart game. This as well. My goodness, I'm really excited to see this. If you get a bullseye right now, you love Nagi. Okay, this is from Foul 74, I think it is. And this, I believe, is where they're kind of like making fun of Nagi for being like I think like a confession monster or whatever the catch was. But I think this is Nagi being like, Ai's confession is a lot different from your petty games or something like that. So I think that's what this area is. So, oh my goodness, I think I want to know what this is. I want to say this is from Foul 74. I can't tell what it is. Something's telling me that it's something that it's not, if that makes sense. Because I think this is when... No, this definitely is not, because it's way too... It's not supposed to be an episode 4 content, but this is somehow reminded me of like Umino, let's get married kind of thing. Those of you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is. This has to be from Foul 74 though, because it's the only thing it'd be. This actually is the cosplay competition. I was gonna say content competition. Cosplay competition. The very cosplay competition to take place during Foul 76, and I think it's kind of interesting. They have a cosplay competition during the time that My Dress Up Darling is also broadcasting. These two shows both had something to do with cosplay, even in the most minuscule way in a couple of Cuckoos case, but they broadcast at the same time. So this is Sachi. Let me get this thing out of the way. There we go. This is Sachi on stage, and she is actually cosplaying as a little sister, so it's gonna be pretty funny to see. And the cosplay competition is hosted by Yanezawa and Takahashi, and also judged by Nagi, Shion, and Asami. So it's gonna be really funny to see. And this, I think, is from Foul 74 or 75. As you can see, we do have the classic Erika and Sachi faces. As you can see, obviously it does run in the bloodline, the Umino bloodline, that is. Do you guys remember when I said, over here, when they were not looking, well, they are looking at each other and these smiles are fake? Remember when I said that earlier in the video? This right here is literally them commenting like the same thing I just did, like they're looking at each other and they're smiling and it's all like, you know, fake, but obviously they say it a little more elegant than I could. So that's pretty funny. This is from Foul 72, and again, we got I in the Ami Umi house like we saw right here, so this is a little bit of a continuation right here. So that's gonna be really cool. And as you can see, Erika here is not, I mean, look at her, she's kind of angry at I and her intrusion, if you will, during episode 4. And the reason behind this is because right here, and I'm very excited to see all this too, I's going to be bugging Erika all morning during this area right here, while Erika's trying to sleep at 12 p.m., which, to be fair, I also do that. Whether she is in the bath, as you can see, look in the eyes, guys, come on, what are we doing here? And, you know, everything else in between, brushing her teeth, eating, all that kind of stuff. So that is the context behind this, and she's getting very mad that I is in their house bugging her while she's trying to, you know, live out her life, as well as sort of take away her fiance in a way. So that is why she is quite stern right here, and she is going to propose the game of darts, which was mentioned somewhere over here, right here. This is the game of darts area, so this is going to come directly after this right here. So if Erika here can beat I at a game of darts, I is to never enter the Ami Umi house again. She will be banned like Steve Urkel, sort of, in Family Matters, like the Urkel ban, but in this case the I Mochizuki ban. So, and obviously if I wins, then obviously, you know, she's allowed to be in the Ami Umi house, you know, whenever she'd like to. As long as she knocks, right? But yeah, moving along right here, we do have Foul 75 right here. This is pretty much close to the ending of Foul 75. And this is Nagi. He's supposed to judge the cosplay competition. And once again, Hiro had just proposed the whole, you know, everyone here should compete in the competition. And they're all being like, by the way, Hiro says the prize is 2 amusement park tickets, right? So this is everyone like narrating in their mind like, oh, I'm so gonna win, it's in the bag. Like Sachi right here is like, I want those 2 amusement park tickets. And then like Erika's like, cosplay's part of the equation, then I'm in, it's a shoe-in sort of thing. And then Nagi's like, this is gonna be a bloodbath, which is gonna be really funny to hear, because a little earlier in this area, this portion of the episode, or whatever you want to call it, this like clip here, Nagi, and I'm really excited to see this, he's gonna have a little thing in his mind. You know how Nagi has all of these thoughts in his mind, like, you know, you know what I mean, right? I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not what the world is going to propose anyway, but it's just like what he thinks is going to happen anyway. Nagi's gonna think this is going to be a festival of blood, or whatever it's called, where Hiro is going to like stab Nagi in the chest, and then, like, you know, celebrate because it's a festival of blood. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to be adapted like into the adaptation here, because the little drawings of stabbing him and then holding his corpse up by the back of his like yukata was really funny. Like, it was so I'm curious how they're gonna do it in the adaptation. Like, is it gonna be like this style here? Is it gonna be like chibi, or like what is it gonna be? I love that scene, so I'm really curious what it's gonna look like here. And this is how the little episodic teaser ends off right here with I Mochizuki. I believe this is also Foul 76 and 72, could be either one. No, sorry, did I say 76 and 77? My goodness. It might actually just be 76, by the way. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I've said this probably like 3 times, that I probably shouldn't have said it, but Ai Mochizuki, look at the way she's dressed, right? And look at the lightning bolt, right? She's actually a pop star. She is a legit idol. So I'm going to explode when this scene comes up. And I think I'd be extraordinarily mind blown if I did not know this prior. But yeah, she is an idol, and she's going to crash the cosplay competition, especially during Hiro's segment of the cosplay competition. And maybe she did it on purpose, right? She's going to say, or just to spite Hiro. And she's gonna crash the whole competition just to bring her event, which was, I think it was like supposed to be a little late, like after the cosplay competition, but she's bumping it up to right now, just to spite Hiro. And if I was a new viewer here, I would be completely mind blown and mind boggled because I shouldn't know. If I was staying spoiler free and under the radar, then I wouldn't know that Mochizuki is actually an idol. We're obviously gonna like, as we know, season 2 is gonna be slightly musically orientated, because we did have in the previous video when we were talking about the karaoke, we had Hiro in the karaoke room singing Short Circuit, which is her favorite song, and Mochizuki here might just sing a familiar song. What is that song? We don't know. So that's gonna be really, really cool to see. And I'm super excited to see this. And especially, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the English dub for this area. Because in the past, when there was a song and they had like a singer or an actor or actress who could sing, usually they don't do an English dub song. It's sort of rare in a way. From what I've seen, usually if that happens to be the case and the actor or actress is a singer, they will usually, for the English dub, put the English version on the Blu-ray, you know, to entice people to buy it, but I'm buying it either way. The point is, literally, Bao the Whale, who I was actually just streaming with the other day. Bao the Whale, I was totally streaming with her, literally the other day. Don't forget, special guest. Bo the Whale, people! Oh my god, it's so— oh, whoa. Where did you come from? She's actually here. Guys, can you believe this? Hi, I'm Bo the Whale. I'm Bo the Whale. Things are awesome here. I am Mochizuki in A Couple of Cuckoos Season 2. This is going to be absolutely spectacular, and I hope everybody enjoys. Well, thanks, Bo the Whale. I really appreciate you taking the time to hang on out with us over here. You know, we love— get down. We love A Couple of Cuckoos so much, and I'm personally happy that you are with us here on the release date for A Couple of Cuckoos. Now go to the backstage, we got stuff to do. I'm so sorry. I'm curious, like, I was told that Bao the Whale, she began her like whole career as a singer in a way. So as we know, she is the voice portrayal behind Mochizuki. So I'm just wondering, is she going to sing here? But if she is it going to be in the broadcast or is it going to be in the Blu-rays? So I'm curious to see. We just gotta wait a few weeks, because the English dub just came out like this week. So in like 3 weeks time for episode 4, we're probably gonna get the answer to that question, unless Bao the Whale literally says on like X or on a live stream or something on YouTube or Twitch, where she's like, yeah guys, I literally just sang in the episode 4. So I will be keeping up with her live streams to check on out if she breaks any silence, if she says something, makes any statements, all that kind of stuff. So for now, that looks like that is everything we have for the episodic trailer for season 2 episode 4. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, just consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, tell me what you thought. Are you excited for episode 4 of A Couple of Cuckoos? Because it is coming just in a few days. Right now it is Friday, so on Tuesday we are going to see a brand new episode. So with all that in mind, I will most certainly hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.